Strip.
Outside of the Israeli city of Ashkelon on the border of Gaza, those are Tamir rockets, part of the Iron Dome anti-missile system. And these two gentlemen, both of whom have profound ties to the United States, are part of the battery. They man the battery. This is Ido Gilbart, Sergeant, whose family hails from Grand Haven, Michigan, and First Sergeant Doron Gertner, whose mom and dad come from Washington, D.C. and New York. He was born here in Israel. So, Sergeant, what's a Michigander doing here in Israel?
Well, I feel like I have close ties both to the United States and Israel, and I felt like serving the military here because there's a huge security need, and I felt like I had to do my part.
What's your role? What role do you play?
I'm an interceptor, which means that I directly am involved with the interception of rockets that directly threaten civilian life.
Do you think you can protect the people of Ashkelon? There's so many missiles in Gaza aimed this way.
Well, I could say that so far we've been doing a great job, and we're constantly improving, and I feel very confident in what we're doing.
Do you ever get the sense, though, that this is a never-ending war?
I have hope, and I want to believe that eventually will end, and I hope it'll end soon.
So when you hear criticism of Israel, how do you respond? I mean, when you were back in the States?
Well, a lot of it is based on ignorance. We're not attacking or anything of that sort. We're constantly defending from rockets that are being shot at us, and they're constantly being shot at us. And I'm defending innocent civilians. So I feel very confident in what I'm doing, and morally I feel very confident in what I'm doing.
By doing our job specifically, that we are not only preventing civilian death, but are preventing future conflict.
This is First Sergeant Ari Krause. He hails from Queens, New York. He's 25 years old, been in the IDF how long?
2.5 years.
So what's a blue-eyed New Yorker doing fighting in Israel?
I came here to serve in the military, to serve in the Jewish army and Zionism. I was brought up with a very strong Jewish identity. I still consider myself a proud American. America is a country that has let Jews live freely and prosper for a very long time, unprecedented in history. But at the same time, it was important for me to grab the first opportunity in 2,000 years to live in a Jewish country, to serve in a Jewish army.
What's the biggest stereotype about Israel or the Israeli army that you would like to dispel?
Israeli army seems this big green monster that drags people out of their homes and military operations, and it's really, from a personal level, every guy in my team, the only thing that they want to do is be home with their girlfriends, go to the pool, go to the beach. No one wants to be here, but they know that we have to be. So I think that everyone's optimistic for peace, just so that we can all take a vacation.
Well, you saw the anti-missile batteries. Captain O here is one of the commanders of the surveillance unit. They use these fixed-wing aircraft to check out what is going on. So, Captain O, describe what we're looking at right now.
We're following a certain person who's walking down the street. It can be anyone who we've got information about regarding anything. He can be part of a terrorist group or a certain terrorist cell, and maybe on his way to launch a rocket. And what we're doing now is we're following him down the street just to see what he's going to do.
When do you know when to take action?
Basically, if we get intelligence of a certain person or perhaps a certain vehicle, then we'll follow them and actually see what they're going to do. And if we can cross that information with other sources of intelligence, then we can discover exactly what they're going to do.
You know, the rap against Israel is that you're kind of willy-nilly about the attack, that you'll take out the civilians if you have to get the bad guys. Is that true?
Our profession is to make sure that the attacks are surgical and pinpoint. In other words, only a target which has been approved for an attack will be hit, and no one else, no women, no children, and